Hey folks, weather today. A huge storm is coming to the United States next week, bringing a variety of problems, including the risk of severe weather, the return of snowfall, high winds across much of the country, and the threat of flooding rainfall. In today's forecast, we'll break down everything you need to know about the weather impacting the United States over the next 7 to 10 days. But first, let's begin with what's happening across the country this morning. Currently, a large storm system is moving into the Great Plains. The good news is that it won't bring much severe weather. Generally speaking, this storm is much smaller than the one we dealt with over the past few days. However, as we head into tomorrow and Sunday, showers and thunderstorms are expected across the southern plains and the southeast with a low-end risk of severe weather. We'll discuss that in more detail shortly. This system has already brought snowfall to areas like Nebraska and Iowa over the past 24 hours. Let me know in the comments below how much snow you've seen in those areas recently. Many parts of Iowa are currently experiencing a significant snow drought. Meanwhile, on the West Coast, the past few days have been relatively quiet, but conditions are expected to become very active next week. However, one area that has already seen some activity is Southern California, where rotation was detected near San Diego last night, close to producing a tornado-warned storm. General weather pattern, the weather is expected to change significantly over the next several days. Right now, the jet stream is in a zonal flow across most of the United States, which is why conditions are relatively quiet, except for Nebraska and Iowa, where snowfall has been reported in the last 24 hours. As we move into tomorrow and Sunday, a storm system will track across the Rockies and into the southern plains, bringing the threat of showers and thunderstorms. Additionally, there's a chance for an unexpected snow event in Texas and Oklahoma. Yes, it's March, but snowfall is still possible in Texas, Oklahoma, and even parts of Arkansas this weekend. We'll discuss that in more detail shortly. By late Sunday into Monday, this system will push into the southeast, bringing more showers and storms to Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. The risk of severe weather remains relatively low. Looking ahead to next week, Monday and Tuesday should be relatively quiet. A smaller storm system will move across the Great Plains by Wednesday, but it doesn't appear to be a major severe weather threat. However, some isolated severe storms are possible, along with showers and thunderstorms in areas like the Ohio Valley and the Southeast. The real concern comes later in the week. By Thursday and Friday, a large storm system is expected to emerge from the West Coast, move over the Rocky Mountains, and then into the Great Plains. This system is expected to bring significant weather impacts to the West Coast on Wednesday and Thursday, followed by potentially severe conditions in the Great Plains on Friday. While it's too early to determine if this will lead to a severe weather or tornado outbreak, high winds, widespread showers, and thunderstorms are expected on Friday and Saturday as an intense trough moves across the region. Current forecasts indicate that this system's pressure could be even lower than the one we saw just a few days ago, which broke barometric pressure records for March. If this storm is stronger, it could break even more records. With all factors considered, this storm system is likely to cause significant disruptions. The most widespread impact will likely be high winds, though severe weather and snowfall are also possible in parts of the United States. We'll discuss those details shortly. This weekend's storm. Let's start with the storm system moving through the southern plains and southeast this weekend. By tomorrow, showers and even some snow showers are expected across Texas and Oklahoma. Around lunchtime, light snow may develop in the Texas Panhandle, the Oklahoma Panhandle, and parts of New Mexico. This small snow event will then shift into central Oklahoma by late Saturday night. However, accumulating snowfall is not expected, as surface temperatures will remain well above freezing. That said, some snowflakes may mix with rain and sleet, potentially resulting in flurries or even a dusting on elevated surfaces in central and western Oklahoma. Some parts of North Texas may also see light snow flurries, weekend storm, and severe weather risks. By the time we get to Sunday, there may be a little snow in parts of Arkansas, but again, we are not anticipating any accumulation there. There will also be a low risk of severe weather late Saturday afternoon and evening, primarily from East Texas into Louisiana. While the tornado threat is low, the main concern will be strong winds in these areas. In the southeast, there won't be any snow, but there is a low risk of a tornado on Sunday, mainly in the Florida Panhandle near Tallahassee and into southern Georgia. This risk will extend into northern Florida near Jacksonville by late afternoon and early evening. However, this is a very low-end tornado risk. We're not expecting a tornado outbreak, but there could be an isolated tornado or two in these areas. On Sunday morning, showers and thunderstorms will begin filling in across the southeast. By the evening, storms will continue in the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida before tapering off on Monday. A small batch of showers and storms will move into central and southern Florida on Monday, with lingering showers in South Carolina, North Carolina, and eastern Georgia into Monday night. By Tuesday, this system will clear out, a huge storm coming. Next week, looking ahead to next week, we are tracking a major storm system set to impact the United States. For this weekend, we'll see showers and thunderstorms across the southern plains and southeast. Additionally, a small Alberta Clipper system will move through Canada late Sunday into Monday, bringing light snow to the northeast. Another system will follow on Monday night into Tuesday, staying mainly north of the Midwest. However, some parts of the Midwest and Northern Plains will experience a brief shot of cold air by Tuesday due to the strength of the low pressure system, which will intensify winds across the region. By Wednesday, most of the country will experience a period of quiet weather, except for another small storm system developing over Canada by Wednesday night. While this system is expected to be relatively minor, it could bring a low-end risk of severe weather to the lower Mississippi River Valley by Wednesday. By Thursday, this storm will fizzle out over the southeast, and our attention will turn to a much larger system approaching the West Coast. The West Coast storm and its potential impacts. This massive storm will begin impacting the West Coast by Wednesday morning, bringing widespread rain and snow to Oregon, California, and Washington. Significant snowfall is also expected in the higher elevations of the Rockies and the Sierra Nevada on both Wednesday and Thursday. By Friday, this storm is forecasted to intensify significantly, with the GFS model currently predicting a low pressure of 974 millibars, an incredibly strong system for March in the United States. These types of storms are rare, making this an event worth monitoring closely. That said, while this storm will be very strong, not all intense storms lead to severe weather outbreaks. There are some challenges with the setup for severe storms, which I'll explain in a moment. As of Friday afternoon, heavy snowfall is likely across the northern plains, but details could still change as we are looking 7 days ahead. The Rockies and the West Coast will continue to see rain and snowfall, and there is growing potential for some degree of severe weather on Friday and or Saturday. However, the magnitude of the severe weather threat remains uncertain due to some key limiting factors. Storm positioning. This system is tracking very far north for this time of year, which means warm air has not yet built up significantly in the northern plains, Midwest, or Ohio Valley. This could limit the severe weather threat in those regions. Moisture supply. For severe weather to develop, moisture needs to come from the Gulf of Mexico, which is currently much farther south. If moisture struggles to reach the Midwest and Mississippi River Valley in time, severe storms may not be as widespread. Capping inversion. Some areas, including Dixie Alley and parts of the southern plains, could experience a cap in the atmosphere that prevents storms from fully developing on Friday night. Extended storm outlook and severe weather concerns. This system is expected to bring a 3-day stretch of showers and storms to the same general area, which is why I'm hesitant to make definitive forecasts beyond Friday. At this point, Friday appears to be locked in as an intense storm day for the central and northern plains, as well as the Midwest. However, Saturday and Sunday remain highly uncertain, as much will depend on the larger scale atmospheric setup across the United States. I'll be back tomorrow with a new update. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment. See you.